What's up, NBA fan? What's up, all sports fans? This your boy JB, host of the Behind the Bench podcast network and channel. Just want to give a shout out to the rest of the crew. I'm talking about Shy, Kelvin, and Jermaine, along with Kobe Bryant Film Room, who has his own channel, along with Big Dog Sports TV, who has his own channel. With both Kobe Bryant Film Room and Big Dog Sports Talk is now part of the Behind the Bench crew. And for everyone who's tuning in, we hope that you support Behind the Bench, become a subscriber, and help make this show the best that it can be. Now, take a look at this squad right here. Just 4 years ago, this team, after the 1990-20 season, I'm talking about the OKC Thunder, Oklahoma City Thunder. And remember that year, Chris Paul was traded to that team, and nobody thought that they were going to do anything. And Chris Paul arguably could have had his best season of his career in leading this team that was really in start over mode right after trading for Sage Gilgeous-Alexander from the Los Angeles Clippers in the Paul George trade of the summer of 2019. But Chris Paul led the OKC Thunder to the playoffs in an improbable fashion, runner-up to league MVP behind Giannis Antetokounmpo, and they lost in the first round in 7 games to the Houston Rockets. And then after that, Chris Paul was traded to the Phoenix Suns. And basically, OKC did a reset and said, we're going to start over. And that was just 4 years ago, 4 seasons ago. And now look at them. And I just want to give a props to the OKC Thunder because as of today, with the latest power rankings for like NBA.com, the Oklahoma City Thunder reached number 1 status in the weekly NBA power ratings. In just 4 years, this team with a starting 5, a superstar MVP candidate, Sage Gilgeous-Alexander, along with Rookie of the Year candidate Chet Holmgren, along with Josh Giddey, Jalen Williams, and Lucas Dort. Now, Lucas Dort was on that Oklahoma City team in 2020 along with Chris Paul. So it's like he's a mainstay. But look at this team right now. As of tonight, as of today, Monday, they are like a game, possibly a half a game, out of first place in the Western Conference. 4 years ago, they only won 22 games. 4 seasons ago, they only won 22 games. And I believe the next year, they won like maybe 25, 26 games. And then you start seeing the benefit of player development last year and continuously drafting new talent, where they finished 1 game from advancing to the playoffs through the play-in. Now, boom, here they go. Out of nowhere, but it really shouldn't be a surprise because, under the direction of Sam Presti in the front office, who used to preside over the San Antonio Spurs, and his main attribute, similar to Jerry West, the logo, Mr. Clutch, during his years as team president of the Los Angeles Lakers during the Showtime years. Sam Presti has an eye for talent, and he knows how to put a team together. And this is a team, when they started over, when they motioned that they were starting all over, they acquired draft pick after draft pick after draft pick after draft pick, 30 times over in the first round. And many a pundit was cracking jokes about OKC, saying, "What are they doing? Oh man, draft picks, they can't put on uniforms and go out there and play." So that's what I'm saying, man. A GM like Sam Presti with a long-term view, he's thinking beyond the now. He's looking at what this team could be 3-4 years down the road, and the way he's setting up this franchise with all the assets that they have acquired and trade away their top players, the Paul Georges, the Russell Westbrooks, the Chris Pauls, even like and Serge Ibaka, people like that. He acquired 30-some first-round picks. So anytime that he feels that the Oklahoma City Thunder, being a small market team, needs to make a major move to push forward, they're in position to do that without losing any leverage in the process. The more assets you have, the more leverage you're going to be able to exercise. And that's the Oklahoma City Thunder. And this team can play. They know how to play. And right along with a lot of other young teams on the rise in the Western Conference that's taking over, the New Orleans Pelicans, the Sacramento Kings, the defending champion Denver Nuggets, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Houston Rockets have improved. Now, Houston may not make the playoffs this year, but they're definitely headed in the right direction. Then you look at a lot of these win now teams that are driven by player empowerment impulse, and they all struggling. They all struggling. Now, with the exception of the Los Angeles Clippers, maybe. But at the end of the day, the Clippers have been pushing, trying to achieve what was set out 4 or 5 years ago after Kawhi Leonard signed with the team, and then the Clippers traded for Paul George, that they thought they were going to create a situation where they was going to vie for a championship really by their first year playing together, or at least by the second year. And I know they've been on a hot streak, but at the end of the day, it just seems to me that the Clippers struggles always injuries, and you don't know how to prepare for the postseason. Oklahoma City Thunder with all this great momentum. And see, the thing about it is so many small market teams that they can promote, instead of talking about this, the same talking points every day, every single day, every single day, every single show, every single segment of the day. It's getting old. It's getting played out. But I believe what's going to happen is one of these youth-driven teams in the NBA, they're going to force the issue. They're going to take the mantle by force. And it shouldn't be that way, but that's what they're going to have to do to gain recognition and to where the focus, will shift to where it needs to be placed on. And that's these successful teams that spent 4 or 5 years building itself up. Now they reaping the benefits of it. And one of those teams is the Oklahoma City Thunder. So when you see a team like the Los Angeles Lakers, who drafted their young talent 6-7 years before the fact, and now they are all gone, and now they're struggling, there's something to be said for that, and it's definitely not a coincidence that's the case. And this is why you cannot forego your young talent after spending, years and years, drafting them in as rookies. Oklahoma City Thunder, they stayed the course. They stayed the course, and they benefited from it. And kudos. And it shows that you can build a team literally from the 90% from the draft, and you can become championship level in a lot of ways just by simply staying the course. And here they are, number one in the latest NBA power rankings. And I love it. And I love it. So I just want to drop that nugget. And until next time, this is JB for BTB, Behind the Bench.